Hello everyone, this is your host Sane Shane, or the S from SDJ Gamers, and today's video we are going to be speedrunning the Escapists 2, the first 6 prisons, that is. These speedruns really are not meant to be official or anything, I'm just doing them for fun, so don't take them too seriously. So the first prison, and the easiest one, maybe not the easiest one, but the first prison, Center Perks 2.0. We're gonna need a lot of stuff for this one actually, so there's nothing in my desk there. So I'm just gonna go around looking in everyone else's desk, which is roll call right now, which is good because I can just look in all these people's desks and no one's gonna care. But I'm gonna need a file, a timber, a sheet of metal, duct tape, and a screwdriver. This may sound like a lot, but I actually find like all of it in that chest right there. And then really all I need is just a screwdriver now, which I believe is right there. Yeah, so that was really lucky. With that, I can craft a handle, a shovel, and then, yeah, I don't know why. But if I run over here to this building, I'm not sure what it is here, but we're gonna just start chipping away at this wall with our screwdriver until it's about 80%. And you'll notice I'm about to miss roll call too, which is actually going to cause a lockdown. But that's okay because I'm all the way out here. And I'm about to break this wall anyways. You can see the dogs start coming, but they're kind of too far away. They almost get to me actually, but yeah, there's that first prison. So the next prison is Cougar Creek Railroad, and this is a kind of a moving prison. You have to escape before the time runs out. And I'm just gonna look for anything in these desks. I actually find 2 parts of the horse escape, so that's really lucky. And then this guy sees me, so I have to take him down. But after I do that, I look in this desk, and I find a green pen, which is actually the last thing that I need. So yeah, I make a few mistakes there, but I'm able to craft the pretend carrot and escape in about 30 seconds. The third and final easy prison is Rattlesnake Springs, and it's really easy. So I start by looking in this guy's desk, and I find an iron bar, which is perfect. And I tried to rest to skip time, but it didn't really work, so I just wait instead. And then I'll run out here to roll call, because it'll go to lockdown if I miss it, and we'll dash, but only once because I'm going to need all of my stamina to do this. Once I run up these stairs, I'll start going backwards, kind of to the front of the prison where we first came in. And once I'm down here next to this chair, I can just start breaking this wall with the iron bar, which is actually pretty fast. It does 20% for each hit. And I mean, yeah, I could just break it, and that's the whole thing. So just barely under a minute there. So here's the first medium prison, which is Kapow Camp, and it's actually pretty hard because it takes me the longest time out of any of the ones here, because I'm gonna need a lot of stuff. I start by checking all these desks. I have to move his over here or else the security camera will see me opening it and it's just gonna alert a guard. But I find a screwdriver and a paint can in it, which is really good because I'm gonna need a screwdriver, 3 paint cans, a can of soda, and sugar mints. And I just hide the screwdriver in my desk there, and I'll head down to roll call and check these quests for a can of soda. And I didn't notice that I was on the wrong guy, but I wasted a bit of time there. Once I notice, I go to him, and he's already offering a can of soda, so I don't have to refresh his quest or anything. And you can see on the map there, it tells me where the can of soda is, so I can just go get that pretty easily. He also had 2 buckets of paint in his desk, which is really lucky because I need that. I would have to complete a quest and buy it otherwise, but there it was. And now I'm just looking for a screwdriver because I forgot I already had one. But I'm gonna go to breakfast now so I don't miss it. The good thing is that I don't have to eat breakfast. I can just show up, really, and it'll count as me being there. And I come into this room to look for a screwdriver, and in this desk I actually find a roll of sugar mints, which is really lucky because I would have to take out a guard otherwise to get it. And then I look in here and there's a screwdriver, which I forgot I had, so that's what I was looking for. But now I have everything that I need to escape. For this one, you're actually gonna need to have 40 intelligence, and I might have forgotten where the library was, so I had to waste a few seconds there. You'll see me like canceling out of this study animation, and that's basically because it just saves a ton of energy and it's also a bit quicker, I think. And now, once I reach 40, that's all I need, and I'll head back to my desk. I just decided to skip job time because it'd just be a waste of time to go there. Because I already have everything that I need, so. I head back to my desk and I grab all the things I need, and I can craft a makeshift ladder and a makeshift rocket thruster. And I can place down my ladder once I'm in this room, and it gives me access to this vent, which I can then use my screwdriver to unscrew. On the other side of this vent, you can see a motorcycle down there, and that's how we're gonna escape. Once I get down into the room with the motorcycle, I can put the rocket thruster in it, and I guess that makes it work, and that's the escape. The next prison, HMS Orca, is another one of those moving prisons, so it's another with a time limit, and these ones are generally pretty easy. So I'll come down here and loot this desk and find a timber in it, which is, it's not really useful, but I can use it as a weapon, so it works. And I kill this guy, grab his energy drink, and I try to grab his weapon, but I miss, but I get it. But it's really for nothing because there's not anything useful on that desk. And then same with this desk, there's nothing in there. So yeah, now I have to fight this guy too. It's a pretty big waste of time. So I run over here real quick and loot this desk while that guy's still chasing me. And I find a bolt in it, which is really nice because, well, I need that for escape. And then even better is that there's a tubing right here, which is really nice because the jet ski is actually right in the room over there. So I can escape. Now you hear the death sound, but I escaped, so I'm gonna count it. And the last prison that I'm going to be speedrunning today is HMP Offshore. This is probably maybe the hardest one. I mean, Kapow Camp took the longest, but I think this was the hardest. And I'm basically just going to start by looking for a weapon and some food. So in this guy's desk, I find a screwdriver, which is nice. It's a good weapon. And there's a carton of milk in this guy's desk, but I kind of missed it, so I mean, I didn't get it, but that's okay. Because food, you don't really need food, but it's nice to have. And then this guy just sees me, but he also just walks away. It's like, I guess that's fine. No, there wasn't any food in any of these desks, but that's okay because it's not necessary. And you can see me like doing some animation canceling, I guess, up there. I learned. It just basically makes dash quicker, and now I have to wait around in roll call. You'll see Officer Finlay down there in the bottom, and I don't know, whoever the guy on the right is, Officer Rogers. They're gonna have like these red anger marks. I'm not really sure what they call them. But the second guy with these red marks, which is Officer Finlay, will always have a red key. So I'm gonna have to take him out in just a second. I'm gonna wait for all the other guards to kind of move away so they don't see me. But I'm gonna take his key, and then I'm just gonna block my way through these guys because I don't want to take any damage because I'm gonna need as much health as possible. I kind of failed to do this dashing thing a few times, but that's alright. It doesn't lose too much time. But once I get up here, I'm gonna have to run through this contraband detector, which I guess gets the snipers on me. And this is where I'm gonna need the help because I'm gonna need to run really fast through here. If I make any mistakes, I die. But luckily I had just enough health. I dropped the key there to kind of distract that armor guy, but it doesn't really work. But I run past him anyway, so it's fine. And after going up all these stairs, I can escape through the helicopter, and that's the escape. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can subscribe and leave a like. If you didn't, you can always leave a dislike. And sorry for the commentary, I'm not very good at it because it's my first time. But hopefully I'll get better because I plan to use it more in the future for more of my videos, for just stuff that I feel like it'd be easier to explain using commentary instead of words. So yeah, anyways. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.